It was meant to be just a test gig outside of Budapest, but the Lake of Balaton has welcomed the world of wrestling. So tonight, the heat is on, the party's getting started, and it's time for Passion Pro 5!
Köszöntelek titeket újra, és most már ezen ténylegesen a Passion Pro 5-ön. Nem akarom sokáig húzni az időt, szeretnénk megköszönni a partyfészeknek, hogy itt lehetünk, és létrejöhetett ez a műsor. Ezen kívül szeretném megköszönni a Ring 27-nek és az Erőtérnek, hogy szintén létrejöhetett ez a műsor. Most, hogy ezeket a dolgokat letudtuk, csapjunk a lecsóba, ugyanis egy baromi izgalmas este vár ránk. Érkeztek birkózók Európa minden részéből, például Angliából, Ausztriából, Németországból, meg természetesen Magyarországról is szép számmal. Készen álltok?! Érkezzen a ringbe egyenesen Ausztriából, 85 kg-os testsúllyal, Darius!
What a way to get things started here at Passion Pro 5, an up-and-coming young talent with an opportunity to showcase his skills. Darius opening things up here at the Lake of Balaton. Let's be honest, let's be realistic, he has an enormous uphill battle facing him against one of the most dangerous men in the entire wrestling industry. And Darius overcome the leader of Amboss.
Az ellenfele szintén Ausztriából 135 kg-os testsúllyal. Az ember, aki utálja a lángost és szerintem a magyar sor a legszarabb, Robert Dreisker!
Reclaim, reshape, rebuild. That is the motto of Amboss, this dangerous faction that has been taking over much of the wrestling world, particularly in Central Europe. Robert Dreisker, the leader of that group that began their domination with our friends over in WXW, but it has spread here to Hungary and to Passion Pro. A veteran super heavyweight Dreisker with clearly a chip on his shoulder. Going to take out whatever is the source of his frustrations on this young man Darius. We've seen plenty of Dreisker here in Passion Pro, although it is since our last show, Passion Pro 4, that Amboss formed, but Dreisker had a pretty negative attitude long before that. We saw that ongoing feud he had with Peter Tijonyi that ended in a street fight, a brutal street fight at Passion Pro 3 in December. Most recently, at Passion Pro 4 in April, Dreisker with a victory over Tamas Sabo. So he's on a winning streak at the moment. Is Dreisker as Darius though, looking to prove his worth, taking the fight to the bigger man. Here comes Darius, and he bounced off Dreisker like he was bouncing off a brick wall. Passion Pro fans have a pretty volatile relationship with Robert Dreisker, it's fair to say, and you can see with the little bit of verbal back and forth between Dreisker and the audience here that there's no love lost between them. Two other members of Amboss, Icarus and Lawrence Roman, going to be in action later on, by the way. Challenging for the HCW tag team titles, and it could be sooner than we think, because Dreisker looking on course to make short work of Darius after just sending him absolutely careering out of the ring. Beautiful and unique setting for Passion Pro 5. the banks of this lake outside of Budapest. Real summer party feel to this event, but at the moment it might not feel like much of a party for Draiska after taking a couple of drop kicks there from Darius. Kick round the back of the head. Draiska is in trouble. For a cutter, maybe turned it into a neck breaker. Either way, he's got Draiska down, and Draiska got out on 2. But I think he's going to be pretty surprised by the determination, the will to win of Darius. Darius not giving Draiska time to recuperate either, following it to the outside of the ring and hitting him with a series of uppercuts here, right by our fans in the front row. Draiska getting rolled in. Hang on, Darius made a mistake there. Gave Draiska a split second and he took advantage with the big splash. Darius kicked out on 2. And how much damage might have been done to those ribs of that youngster. Crowd trying to get behind Darius, who seemed to have heard them. He was fighting back as he got back to his feet, but Draiska cut that off and cut it off quickly. Draiska brings that big arm down across the back of the neck of Darius. Snap suplex. Such power behind all of these moves from Draiska. Just that look in his eyes, as always, that we see with Draiska, that arrogance, that sense of entitlement almost. That sense that the world has wronged him in some way. Amboss determined to, as they said, reshape and rebuild the wrestling world in their image after reclaiming it, and part of reclaiming it is to put youngsters like Darius in their place. That's what Draiska's trying to do here, and he might do it with a fall-away slam. Draiska's going to test if that's enough. It's not, because Darius, who's gasping for air, but was able to get enough oxygen flowing around the body that he gets some power to his legs to kick out.
Come on.
Draiska is taunting this youngster now. Draiska saying that Darius might be done now. Darius disagreeing. Still fighting. Struggling to deal with these bombs that Draiska is throwing, and that one in particular might do it. Clothesline. Draiska's not going for the pin though, I think. Maybe he's seen that Darius has a lot more fight in him than he expected. Draiska knowing he needs to wear him down a bit further. Once again, the crowd trying to get some energy flowing, get some motivation for Darius. They would love nothing more than to see Darius score the upset win over Draiska. Darius trying to get round onto his front. You can see him trying to move his legs. Draiska shifting position and allowed Darius up to his feet. Darius with those body shots, but Draiska quickly again cuts him off. Sends Darius into the corner. Big trouble here for Darius, but he moves out of the way. He saw the danger coming. Darius still fighting. The elbows to the side of the face of Draiska. Backs him into the corner. Draiska shoves him away. Darius launches in again. Draiska tried to get the arm up, but Darius still got some of that kick. What's Darius thinking here? He's going to try and lift Draiska. That might be ambitious. Didn't get the chance because Draiska prevented him from doing it. There's a reversal of the whip. Oh, a big back body drop from Darius. Where did that come from? Darius to the ropes. Going to launch between the top and middle. Draiska taken down to a knee. That's smart from Darius. Don't give Draiska time to recover. Get him back in the ring where you can pin the man. Darius taking a risk. He's on the top turnbuckle. The risk paid off. The crossbody to score the upset. Maybe no. Dreisker just got that left shoulder up. Darius was about to announce his arrival there. He still might. I'm not sure any of us expected this to be as close as it has been. Darius with a major opportunity just seconds ago. It worked for him once, he's going to try it a second time. Once again, on the top. It's been drowning. Dreisker had moved out of the way, tried to land on his feet, Darius partially did. Dreisker off the middle turnbuckle, the agility of Dreisker. Absolutely stunning. Robert Dreisker with a Death Valley driver. Darius planted on the back of his neck, and that is enough for Dreisker to get the win. What a fighting spirit on display from young Darius. But in the end, the result was as, unfortunately, many of us had predicted. Robert Dreisker, just too much for Darius.
A mérkőzés győztese Robert Dreisker!
Talk about spoiling the party mood. Robert Dreisker putting a dampener on things with a victory in our opening contest at Passion Pro 5.
A következő mérkőzés normál szabályrendszerben zajlik. Érkezzen először a ringbe, aki magát egy technikai bravúrnak hívja, Milan!
Just saw one debut in Darius, here comes another. Milan, a fresh face on the Hungarian wrestling scene. From what we've been told, this youngster has a tremendous amount of potential. He is a great technical wrestler in the making, apparently, in the Hungarian tradition of catch wrestling. Seems to have a bit of a negative attitude, but one to watch for sure.
Érkezik a ringbe 72 kg-os testsúllyal a majom ügyességű dzsungelgyerek, Maokai!
Well, here comes the party spirit. Maokai, one of the great favorites among the Passion Pro faithful, just a ball of positive energy. Maokai increasingly has become an integral part of Passion Pro over the past year. It's been great to see this young man develop into form a bond with the Passion Pro fans. Last time we saw him in singles action, back at Passion Pro 2, he picked up a win over Rick Salem. And Maokai is a young man who has been taken into the heart of all of the Passion Pro fans. Charismatic young athlete. He himself still early on in his career. Maybe a year ahead of where Milan is in terms of getting onto shows and being able to demonstrate what he can do in front of a live audience. Maokai will be more than familiar with the situation that Milan finds himself in right at the beginning of his career. Bell rings and here we go. Two young men with a point to prove. Maokai offering the handshake to Milan, who doesn't seem like he's a particularly trusting young fellow. No, he kicks him away. Maokai with a look on his face. He seems to say, okay, I see how it is. I see how this one is going to be contested. So the niceties are over. They go into a collar and elbow tie-up. Milan looking to power Maokai back into the corner. Maokai swung him round at the last second. No clean break from Milan. That slap seems to have dazed Maokai. Maokai kind of recklessly went back in and got his arm grabbed there and now being manipulated. Milan just twisting at that left wrist. Maokai trying to move that head position of Milan so that he can counter, and he does, into a side headlock. Milan apparently can't think of a different way out and grabbing in the hair. Maybe just decided that the rules don't apply to him. Either way. Referee having a word, but trying to allow the action to flow. Maokai just with an answer to everything at the moment that Milan is throwing at him. Bending those fingers backwards. Both hands locked together. Milan, though, finding a way out, showing a good level of aggression here. On his Passion Pro debut, takes Maokai down to the canvas. Maokai nipping up, back to his feet. An arm drag, and a second one. Maokai picking up the tempo. This might be where he's at his best when the speed picks up. Putting this match on his terms now. Spun him round, took him down, and now Maokai with the running elbow to the side of the head of Milan. Milan stuck in that corner. Maokai having his way there, but he got shoved away into the middle of the ring. There's a monkey flip, though, from Maokai. Milan sent flying across the ring to the opposite side. Maokai enjoying the support of the crowd, looking to feed off of it. Chop across the chest. Milan felt that one. And now Maokai up to the top, balancing on the top rope. Spins round and takes him down. Innovative offense from Maokai. Milan, you can tell, was hurt there because he rolled to the outside. Maokai is going to launch himself here, I think. Well, Milan moved out of the way. Maokai knew enough to adjust his position in midair and land on his feet. The brawling between these two continues. As, again, Passion Pro, such a great place for young talent like this to showcase their abilities. The action spilling back into the inside as an inside cradle. Maokai got a 2 count. Dropped on the back of his head there, though, by Milan. Milan manipulating that arm and stomping on the elbow. Certainly did some damage. Milan looking calm, looking like he has found his way into this, feeling at home. The occasion no longer daunting him if it ever was. In fact, he feels confident enough to taunt his opponent here. I'm not sure if this is well advised. It's one thing to have found an advantage. To start taunting and posing. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Milan needs to stay on the right side of that. Maokai's been able to roll him up here, got those shoulders down for 2. Milan kept a hold of the arm as he rolled out and now trying to force a submission. Another arm, the left arm, bending that backwards. Look at the unnatural position of those arms of Maokai. Maokai with his eyes on the bottom rope, trying to shift his position of his legs, and does so. Able to get his left foot on that bottom rope, but Milan drags him back. Maokai going with his head now. I mean, he's going to try and bite the top rope, and he does. It still counts. Any body part onto that top rope, or bottom rope, excuse me. Able to force the break, and that's exactly what Maokai did. He had to improvise there after all of his limbs were tied up by Milan. Running knee Doing more damage to that left arm. Milan continuing to be the aggressor and continuing to antagonize the audience as well. Milan apparently taking the approach here when he came out that Malkai was inevitably going to be the crowd favourite, so Milan, why not embrace that position as the underdog from a crowd perspective and take it to the crowd as well, but it's a big task because he's facing Malkai, and Malkai is in control now. Or is he? Milan sends it to the ropes, rolls back, holds on. What a bridge from Milan. He's got the shoulders of Malkai down for two. Malkai, DDT with authority. You can see though Malkai's holding onto his left arm. Milan has been pretty effective in doing damage to that body part. Malkai trying to run in. He's almost on one arm here, but he springboards off the top, cross body by Malkai. Hooks that outside leg, and it's a kick out by Milan, only just. Malkai seeming even more motivated by that near fall. Less than half a second from victory there was Malkai. Still though, that left arm hanging kind of limp. Not much power left in that arm. Malkai able to kick Milan away as he came charging back at him, and now Malkai's on the top. Trouble here for Milan, maybe. Moved out of the way, grabbed that left arm. Again, that arm has had so much damage already done to it. Maybe Milan can force a submission. Malkai, you can see the pain etched on his face. Milan, maybe just seconds away from a debut victory. Malkai able to drag him by the arm and free himself, but how much more damage was done there? Malkai launches and this time catches Milan. Gonna try and do the same again, and he does so. Milan taken off balance. Malkai might have to do it another time to really get the job done, and this time he takes him right off his feet. Milan brought back in. Malkai headed to the top once more. Here comes Malkai with a double foot stomp right into the abdomen of Milan. Malkai hooks the legs, and Malkai is your winner.
A mérkőzés győztese Malkai!
Milan gave Malkai everything he had on his first match here in Passion Pro, but Malkai, that little bit extra experience, and with the support of the Passion Pro fans, ends up with his arm raised in victory. Everyone here on the banks of this lake at this Passion Pro summer party in celebration mode as Malkai picks up the victory.
A következő mérkőzés kicsit más lesz, mint az eddigiek, ugyanis nem normál szabályrendszerben fog zajlani, hanem úgynevezett Beach Brawl szabályrendszerben, ahogy azt már korábban is említettem, és minden olyan tárgy használata megengedett lesz, ami a strandhoz köthető, ahogy ezt már láthatjátok is a ringben. Úgyhogy ha készen állunk, akkor induljon a mérkőzés. Érkezik elsőként a ringbe az Old School veterán, 84 kilóval, Szabó Tamás!
One of the real veterans of the Hungarian scene is Tamás Szabó. Well, I don't know if he's ever been in a match quite like this, a beach brawl, where the rules are simple. You can use any item as a weapon if it is connected to the beach. Any other weapon, and you'll be disqualified. Szabó's been in his fair share of brawls and weapons matches through the years, but I don't know if he's ever had this kind of stipulation. And he certainly has a very, very difficult opponent as well. That net would be legal, by the way.
Következőként érkezik a ringbe 85 kg-os testsúllyal a megtörhetetlen Maverick!
Maverick's come on! Not only that, but he's got inflatables on his arm. Maverick with a water gun, he can shoot that right in the eye of Tamash Sabo. Picks his weapon carefully, that's Maverick. Looks like he's come to party as well. Sabo having to be held back. What happened to the glasses? I like the glasses. Maverick, don't use up all of that water on the crowd. Sabo looking pretty unimpressed with his opponent's entrance. These two men, both of them, have been really very much part of the success of Passion Pro. They've both been on every Passion Pro show. In Tamash Sabo's case, his record includes victories over the likes of Lawrence Roman, Dennis Dulnik, Red Scorpion. Maverick's highlight so far would be making the final of the Passion Cup right on the very first weekend. Ooh. Very first weekend of Passion Pro shows, but that's not going to make his mood particularly strong because Sabo getting rid of those water guns. I don't speak Hungarian, but I don't think that was anything particularly complimentary to Tamash Sabo. Referee's got hold of both of those guns. They look like they got pump action. Maverick, the clear crowd favorite here against Sabo. The referee is giving both men a weapon. Could be a duel. Well, this is a unique way to start a match. We're going to stand back to back. It's like being in the Wild West. Never mind a beach party. Oh. Both men tempted to break the rules. Well, I think we're going to start again. Sabo struggling to get his gun to work. Well, Sabo deciding he wasn't going to win the duel, taking matters into his own hands, but that's legal. Might not be very sporting, but that is a beach-related weapon. Referee won't disqualify Sabo for using it, and it might have brought Sabo a critical advantage over Maverick. The elbow to the back of the head of Maverick. Tamash Sabo so wily, so cunning. Maverick building up pace here though, and enough pace to take Sabo off his feet. Comes back off the middle rope. The body press hooks the leg. Gets a 2 count, and Sabo having to retreat to the outside. Maverick's got a hold of one of those water guns again. And Sabo taking it both barrels from Maverick. Maverick's just stalking Sabo. As soon as he dried himself up with the towel, Maverick came back after him. Maverick absolutely merciless with the water gun. Sabo just threw something at Maverick. That was more out of frustration than strategy. And they're water bombs. Maverick's got water bombs. That one nailed Sabo. One that Sabo threw didn't even explode. Maverick's getting very much the better of it. Yeah, even what are they hitting each other with now? Whatever it is, it's beach related. I think there might be deck chairs, folding chairs, are they? This one's out of hand, out in the crowd. A beach brawl indeed at Passion Pro 5. And launching off that table that time, Maverick. Bringing that weapon down, and now hang on a second, he's got the net. Maverick with that fishing net. Trying to catch himself a victory over Tamash Sabo. And he's caught him. Sabo releasing himself from the net. Taking advantage of the fact he's got arms in a way that fish don't. Sabo able to free himself from the clutches of the net, but he's in it a second time. Chop across the chest, that net still all over the face of Sabo. Someone at the bar, it's just, that is a plate of langouche, fried pasta with cheese, sour cream and onion. It's delicious, but you don't want it in your face. Sabo with desperate measures there, spraying, what was it, water? It might have been even sun cream in the face of Maverick. That langouche went flying. Sabo. He's got Maverick back in the ring. Now what's he going to use? Well, that is a sand fork, scraping it down the back of Maverick. And across the front as well. Sabo threatening to do it to the forehead. Scraping away at the forehead of Maverick. There's a pin and a kick out. All types of bucket and spade equipment that you get from beachside shops. Who would have thought they could be used as lethal weapons? Sabo trying repeatedly to get the cover. The suplex from Sabo. Sabo drapes himself over Maverick, who was able to kick out. Sabo didn't seem particularly eager to embrace the spirit of this beach brawl at the start, but he's getting into it now. He's got that parasol. This might be the biggest, heaviest weapon yet that's been brought into this. Maverick doesn't know that Sabo has it. Well, now he knows, and he gets hit right in the midsection. Sabo celebrating early. He believes he's done enough to win this unique match. Maverick catches him the second time. Forearm right to the face. Going with the point of the parasol and then brings it down across the back. Once again, making the most. Parasol as a weapon, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a parasol to such lethal effect as we're seeing Maverick use it here. Again bringing it down across the back. Tamash Sabo has been beaten up by a fishing net, a water gun and a parasol. Still able to drop toe hold Maverick onto that plastic bucket and spade type equipment. Maverick may have hurt his face on that landing. He certainly hurt his face there as Tamas Sabo drops the leg on him. Sabo crawling on top, trying to force those arms down. Maverick just able to kind of kick his way out and forces his torso off of the canvas in time. Sabo's got the parasol. That parasol has been right at the heart of the damage that these two have done to each other. Remember, there's no disqualification here if you use a beach-related weapon. No point in the referee counting to 5 and demanding that Sabo release that choke of the parasol. He can hold it all day if he wants, but a snapmare escape ensures that he doesn't. Sabo trying for another suplex. Maverick shoves him away. Climbs up the body and hits a drop kick. Sabo with the right hand gets blocked second time. Maverick with an answer to every attempted strike here from Tamas Sabo at the moment. Hits him with the elbow, hits him with the foot. What a rear waist lock. Sabo's clinging onto that top rope for dear life. Maverick, the suplex off the rebound. Sabo got now. Sabo in a corner. Maverick came charging at him, lands on the ring apron, kicks him around the back of the head. That's an inflatable surfboard, for goodness sake. An inflatable surfboard for Maverick. On the top, and Maverick brings the surfboard down like a wave crashing into the face of Tamas Sabo, who still kicks out on 2.5. Tamas Sabo in some real trouble after being the victim of a surfing stunt from Maverick. Maverick measuring him, he's got the rear waist lock. Sabo goes behind, Maverick counters again. Into the ropes. I think Maverick's throat went into that top rope. Now Sabo looking to take advantage by rolling him up and gets a 2 count. Variation on an Olympic slam from Tamas Sabo. Double foot stomp off the middle rope. Hooks that leg and a kick out just. I wasn't sure he was going to in the end. Sabo, it looked like, may have been able to force him down and prevent that attempt at a kick out. Maverick just about finding enough power. Sabo will be encouraged by the fact that Maverick struggled to escape there. And now what's he doing? He's setting up the parasol. Maverick doesn't really know what is going on the other half of the ring, where Tamas Sabo is kind of half set up that parasol, the point at the top of it sticking out diagonally. Not sure what the plan is here, but it's nothing good for Maverick. Trying to send him towards that parasol. Tamas Sabo determined that he's going to throw Maverick in the direction of that weapon that's been set up in the corner. There's a shoulder roll from Maverick to prevent him going there. High knee into the face of Sabo. Sabo with a knee of his own. There's a Russian leg sweep. Back of the head of Maverick. Going off of that middle turnbuckle. And now rolling Death Valley. The Death Valley driver right into the parasol. Is the cover by Sabo, and Maverick kicked out. Maverick kicked out on 2 3/4. Tamas Sabo can't believe it. That parasol has been completely destroyed, but Maverick may have been partially destroyed as well. Maverick just kind of collapsing face first. Down on the canvas. That is a... Now does that count? It's a table. I mean, I guess technically it's a beach table. Referee's decision whether that is a legal weapon under the terms of the beach brawl. Apparently it is. He's not trying to remove it. And Sabo, for his part, is trying to lodge it against the turnbuckles here. Sabo's got Maverick on his shoulders. Tamas Sabo. Maverick was trying to counter. Sabo kicked him in the midsection. Gonna get that double underhook. Maybe gonna try and hit a face buster. Drive Maverick's face down into the canvas. That table still set up precariously in the corner. Hooks one of the arms again, can't get the second. Maverick knows how dangerous Sabo can be from that position, and with that spare arm was grabbing onto the leg of his opponent. Maverick with some sign language for Tamas Sabo. The defiance of Maverick taking Sabo by surprise. Tamas Sabo picking it up a gear. Sabo goes into the table. Maverick sidestepped. Tamas Sabo's going to live to regret it. Hang on now. Is that food? He's got him. The langosh into the face of Tamas Sabo. Sabo doesn't know where he is. Maverick with the snorkel and the frog splash. The pin, and Maverick wins the beach brawl.
A mérkőzés győztese Maverick!
That was unlike anything I think any of us have ever seen. Tamas Sabo getting a free dinner, but not the way he would have liked it. He's going to be tasting pasta and cheese and sour cream for a long time to come. More than that, he's going to be tasting defeat at the hands of Maverick. The fans here at Passion Pro 5, I'm sure, will remember this one for a long time to come. Passion Pro bringing to you a beach brawl, and it is Maverick, inflatable surfboard and all, who comes out on top as the party keeps on going here in Hungary.
A következő mérkőzés a HCV csapatbajnoki övéért fog zajlani. Érkezzenek a résztvevők!
Tonight that we have heard the music of Amboss, this time represented by Lawrence Roman and Icarus, and you do have to ask, particularly in Icarus's case, what happened? Icarus used to have such a good relationship with the Passion Pro fans, and yet here he is, now part of Amboss, coming out here looking around at the audience like they're all pieces of dirt on the bottom of his shoe. Amboss spreading its tentacles beyond where it started in WXW, now trying to dominate the European scene. They are going to challenge here for one of the continent's most prestigious tag team championships. they come, the HCW Tag Team Champions. The Gulyash brothers have held those titles since November last year, some 9 months. And guess who they beat, by the way, to win the titles? The Arrows of Hungary, Dover, and yes, you guessed it, Icarus. So plenty of history between Icarus and the reigning HCW Tag Team Champions. Thanking management of HCW for sanctioning this tag team title match here tonight at Passion Pro 5. A title match that could well result in a change of championships, because Amboss, as we have seen, wherever else they have been, are an incredibly dangerous, incredibly aggressive, ruthless force that has been just tearing through Europe. Gulyash Vilmos on the right, and on the left you might know him as Gulyash Urchi or Gulyash Jr. Urchi, as we'll call him tonight, has competed numerous times here in Passion Pro, on every previous Passion Pro show, in singles action. Most recently he's had singles victories over Corey McRae and Oscar. First time in Passion Pro that he is competing alongside Vilmos, but as you can see, these two brothers elsewhere, in HCW in particular, have had tremendous success. It is success that has brought them championship gold. You can see the Gulyash brothers, far more popular than Amboss, no surprise there. Here at this unique event that is Passion Pro 5, on the banks rather of the Lake of Balaton. I believe we are ready for the official in-ring introductions.
A következő mérkőzés a HCV csapatbajnoki övért zajlik. Tőlem balra a kihívók 170 kg-os összsúllyal az Amboss csapat képviseletében Lorenz Roman és Icarus!
Listen to that reaction. Goodness me.
Tőlem jobbra pedig a bajnokok 250 kg-os testsúllyal a falu bikája és a szárnyaló varacskos disznó, a Gulyash testvérek!
It is night and day, the reception that these two teams have received from the Passion Pro fans. We talked about how there's been a party atmosphere here throughout the night. Robert Dreisker did his best to put a dampener on that party spirit in our opening match. I'll tell you what, if Amboss were to win the HCW Tag Team titles here, that really would put a real downer on what has been a very positive night. Referee struggling to get Amboss to hand over those championships, which, by the way, they do not own. They currently belong to the Gulyash brothers. Finally, the referee taking custody of those two belts. We are getting ready to get things underway here with championship gold up for grabs. Urchi and Vilmos, the Gulyash brothers, against half of Amboss, Icarus and Lorenz Roman. Not sure who's going to start things out. for either team. It's like a game of rock, paper, scissors for the champions to decide it. Maybe best of 3. Vilmos with the opportunity to start. It's going to be him against Icarus. This will be Icarus's 5th match in Passion Pro. All of the previous ones have been tag team matches as well. But all of the previous 4 were part of the Arrows of Hungary, alongside his regular tag team partner Dover. Lawrence Roman, the member of Amboss who is accompanying Icarus here tonight. Vilmos overpowering Icarus on that opening exchange. Icarus, I think, is maybe a little bit taken aback by the hostility of the crowd, although I'm not sure why. He's brought it on himself with this new, deeply unpleasant attitude, and Vilmos quickly asserting himself on his Passion Pro debut. Icarus wanting a test of strength here. Trying to switch gears a little bit, see if he can gain some more success. Wasn't able to get with a traditional lockup. In fact, he's going to try and take a shortcut. He cuts a corner there, does Icarus. He might not like it, but it seems to have worked because he's now got Vilmos where he wants him in a side headlock. Pinching at the nose. Able to release himself. Now hooking that left arm, taking Vilmos down. Icarus, as part of the Arrows of Hungary, has been widely regarded as one half of quite possibly the most dangerous tag team in Europe in recent years. He is a tag team specialist as Icarus. Going to send Vilmos to the ropes. Ducks a close, I know Vilmos ducks the second one, and a shoulder block sends Icarus down. Icarus straight back to his corner. Like a scolded dog tagging in Lawrence Roman. He tagged in as well. The big man, the bull of the village, dropped on top of Lawrence Roman. Roman back into the corner. And once more, looking to buy themselves some time here, are Amboss. Only the second time we've seen Lawrence Roman here in Passion Pro, and the first time we've seen him since last December. And it was, so far, a brief cameo, because he's very quickly tagged Icarus back in. Icarus trying to take the champions by surprise. It didn't work, and in fact he's been caught. Hoisted up high and slammed down hard on his back. With the assistance of his brother, Vilmos lands hard. So does Urchi with the senton splash. Going for the cover to retain the tag titles. Icarus kicked out. Rapid fire tags now between the brothers from deep in the Hungarian countryside are the Gulyashes. Referee being used as a human shield here by Icarus. Not the most brave of approaches. Hang on now. Lawrence Roman with the low blow. Gulyash Urchi inadvertently doing his brother no favors whatsoever, distracting the referee. A little bit of naivety there maybe from Urchi. It might have cost his brother dearly. It might cost both of them the tag titles, but Vilmos gritted his teeth and despite the pain, kicked out on 2. Condescending, unpleasant attitude of Amboss continuing to be very prominent in terms of their approach to our crowd here. Roman tagged in for the second time in the match. Shoulder thrusts on Vilmos in the Amboss corner. Another quick tag to Icarus. Things starting to go Ambos's way. They've got him backed into the corner. Vilmos, yeah, he knows he's got to get out of there, trying to fight his way out. Icarus, though, grabbed the leg, twisted it and took him down. Now hoping he might have done some damage. He can capitalize on it with this submission hold on the leg. If Vilmos taps out, we've got new HCW Tag Team Champions. Vilmos in trouble. Icarus with a sadistic smile on his face. Vilmos trying to power out. Look at that. It's a right hand. And another one. And another one on Icarus. The third one was able to release him. How much damage, though, has been done to that right leg? Get the right elbow up. I think he needs to get out of there pretty quickly, though, Vilmos. Icarus hits an uppercut. He'll try for another cover. Another kick out from Vilmos. But it's that right leg that is potentially going to be causing Vilmos all kinds of difficulty. At the very least, he needs to try and give it a couple of minutes to recuperate, which he might be able to get if he can make it to his brother in the corner. Referee is complaining to Icarus about the pulling of the hair. Icarus knows exactly how far he can bend those rules. In comes Lawrence Roman. Roman looking to lift up Vilmos with a suplex. That's easier said than done. Both these Gulyash brothers are big old boys, big physical specimens. And he changed tack, hit a snap there, and a kick right to the spine. Vicious from Roman. Goes for a side press. Kick out, though, by Vilmos. Referee is trying to convince Lawrence Roman to maybe stay a little bit closer within the lines of the rule book than maybe Icarus has been doing throughout this match, but that's like maybe talking to a brick wall with Lawrence Roman. The Amboss philosophy seems to be that rules don't quite apply to them. Here's a roll up from Vilmos. Roman was jaw-jacking at Urchi. Took his eye off the other Gulyash brother. Now takes Urchi off the apron, though, and Roman, who has been more aggressive, I think, than we've ever seen him since he joined Amboss in the past couple of months. Ducking out the way of Vilmos, who landed hard on that injured right leg. Gets planted with a face buster. That might do it for the Tag Team Champions, but it doesn't. Vilmos has taken an absolute beating here at the hands of Amboss, but on numerous occasions now. He has hung on in there when he's been pinned, kicked out before the count of 3. Kept him and his brother's Tag Team Championship reign alive. Amboss are relentless. For the double team. Stereo elbows into the skull. Rattling the brain, but a kick out once more. You have to say, though, as impressive as this is from Vilmos, and it certainly is, there must be a finite number of times that he can do that. There's been a near superhuman effort from one half of the HCW Tag Team Champions, but eventually, even the most resilient wrestler is going to run out of gas. That's a concern if you're a fan of the Gulyash brothers. Here comes Lawrence Roman for Amboss. Rugby-style tackle to take Vilmos down. Unloading with the right hands, those mounted punches. Vilmos relatively near his corner, but of course, Amboss have taken out Urchi. It doesn't matter how close to the Gulyash corner that Vilmos is if his brother isn't there to make the tag.
Tag!
Speaking of tags, here's another one for Amboss. It's Icarus back in. Looking very, very confident now, both members of Amboss. Roman, though, runs into an elbow from Vilmos. Boot for Icarus. Vilmos, what's he doing? Off the middle. Springboard crossbody, takes them both down. Vilmos has bought himself some time, but where's his brother? Urchi, oh, he's back there. He's back on the apron, and he makes the tag. Here comes Gulyash Urchi. shoulder blocks from the bull of the village. Avalanche in the corner, and a second one. Urchi, a runaway train here at the moment. He knows it's in his hands to hold on to those HCW Tag Team Championships, extend that title run that he and his brother have enjoyed for the last 3/4 of a year. The cannonball on Icarus, gonna maybe hit the same on Lawrence Roman. Yes, he does. Urchi focusing his attention here on Icarus, who is having to use the ropes to help himself back to his feet. Roman. Oh, Roman! Roman getting up close and personal, more than he would have liked to, with Guyash Urchi, the driver on Icarus. Urchi making the cover, and Roman saves his partner. Roman trying to spit the taste out of his mouth. Headlock takedown though from Urchi. That was smart, quick thinking. Icarus roll up though. Icarus looking to steal the tag team titles while Urchi had his attention focused on Roman. The kick from Urchi, kick from Icarus in response. These two men just trying to land those big strikes on each other. There's a German suplex from Icarus. Roman tags in for Amboss. Urchi ran into the elbow of Lawrence Roman. The double team. Elevated neck breaker. Roman off the middle turnbuckle, drops the elbow right across the throat of Guyash Urchi. Now Icarus up top. Icarus going to look for the meltdown and gets it. Roman's the legal man. He'll go for the pin, but Urchi somehow kicked out. And the Guyash brothers hold on to those tag team titles for a few more seconds. How on earth did Urchi kick out of the meltdown from Icarus? Kick right between the shoulder blades from Roman. Urchi's not getting any respite whatsoever. Icarus went to the outside so he could be tagged in. Roman winding up. Took too long. The boot came from Urchi. He's freed himself from Icarus as well. 2-on-1 here. Guyash Urchi. Double kicks into the abdomen from the challengers. Amboss trying to send Urchi to the ropes, but he sends them colliding together. Double clothesline on Roman and Icarus. Now the tag to Vilmos. Icarus is groggy. Icarus almost picked up, but able to kick one half of the champions away. Vilmos still fighting off the spear, and there's disaster kick from Icarus. And knee though into the side of the head. And the Guyash brothers will try again. And Roman this time clips the knee of Vilmos. Urchi went face first into the turnbuckle and then face first into the boot of Lawrence Roman. Wind up again, this time right in view of the referee. Hang on, he switched. Oh, he nearly hit his own partner. Roman nearly with a critical error. But he kicked the hand. Vilmos kicked the hand. And it meant that the arm went into Icarus, but it can't be a disqualification. Genius. And the double team. The powerbomb. Vilmos makes the cover. And the Guyash brothers retain.
A mérkőzés győztesei, és ezzel továbbra is a HCV csapatbajnokai, a Guyash testvérek!
The below the belt tactics of Amboss came back and backfired. And it has resulted in the retention of the HCW Tag Team titles by Vilmos and Urchi, the Guyash brothers. What a result for these two young country boys. Guyash brothers proving they are the team to beat right now. Still the HCW Tag Team Champion. Roman, I think, trying to assist his partner. Amboss are going to have to go back to the drawing board. We know that Robert Dreisker is somewhere back in the locker room area. He's not going to be very happy with what he's just seen. Especially this picture. The Guyash brothers raising aloft those HCW Tag Team Championships. Those titles still belong to Vilmos and to Erkci, the Guyash brothers.
Nem maradt más hátra, mint az est főmérkőzése, viszont mielőtt belemennénk, muszáj elmondanom nektek, hogy a következő műsorunk szeptember 18-án lesz Budapesten, az Analog Music Hallban. Úgyhogy ha jól szórakoztatok most, akkor garantálom, hogy ott is jól fogtok szórakozni. Hétfőn indul a jegyértékesítés. Analog Music Hall, szeptember 18, Budapest, Passion Cup. És menjünk a főmérkőzésre! Érkezik először a ringbe, egyenesen Angliából, 100 kg-os testsúllyal, az ember, aki minden egyes angol fontot megél, Charlie Sterling!
Quite simply, one of the most accomplished wrestlers on the scene today. He's come all the way from the United Kingdom to make his Passion Pro debut. Charlie Sterling, every bit as good as a singles wrestler as he is in tag team competition. Most recently, as a tag team wrestler, part of Smoking Aces alongside Nick Riley. They were the Progress Tag Team Champions so a little bit earlier on this year. Sterling's also been a Rev Pro Tag Team Champion in his time. And this will be very, very interesting because a lot of people talk about Peter Tihanyi as the future of European wrestling. But to face Charlie Sterling one-on-one will be a test of just what level Peter Tihanyi is currently at.
Probably on the ground with blood. Roses red, mine is fucking on my game.
Érkezik a ringbe, 86 kg-os testsúllyal, Tihanyi Péter!
He is a phenomenon, no doubt about that. Peter Tihanyi in 2022, I guess, has really broken out beyond the borders of Hungary. You could say before this year, maybe he was Hungary's best kept secret, but those of us who follow the Hungarian wrestling scene, we've known for a long time just how good Peter Tihanyi is, and the rest of Europe has started to see it during this year. Tihanyi now a bona fide star. Question is, can that star keep on rising? He is going to show that he is capable of being among the best on this continent and on this planet. Peter Tihanyi has to demonstrate it in matches such as this, the main event of Passion Pro 5 one-on-one against the UK's Charlie Sterling. Been an incredible night here on the banks of a lake, a unique environment for a wrestling show, and that's what we've had here at Passion Pro 5. And a chance to make some more memories for all of the fans here in attendance and all of you watching at home in this main event, which has the makings of an exceptional professional wrestling match. Tiahoniu, as you might have expected, with the majority of the crowd support. Referee asking if Sterling's ready. Charlie Sterling wants to hear the British national anthem. Apparently not many fans of the Queen here in Hungary tonight for Charlie Sterling. Or maybe it's just they're not fans of Charlie Sterling. Either way, bell rings. And Peter Tiahoniu, who likes to set an electric pace, Sterling will know that. Charlie Sterling is a consummate professional, at least in terms of doing his homework, knowing the strengths and weaknesses of every opponent. Sometimes not a consummate professional in the tactics he deploys, bell to bell. For example, struggling to get a clean break there was the referee. Sterling exuding confidence. I wonder whether you're Charlie Sterling, you've come into Hungary and you've heard all this stuff about Peter Tiahoniu and what a great talent he is, and you wonder whether you could maybe just put that hype back in the box by showing in front of a Hungarian crowd that Peter Tiahoniu isn't as good as he says he is. That, I'm sure, is the motivation of Charlie Sterling. Sterling seeming to take exception to the fact that a young man who's been in the industry for considerably less time than him is gaining such a positive reputation. Sterling, as he takes down Tiahoniu by the arm, no doubt has watched some of Tiahoniu's previous outings here in Passion Pro. Tiahoniu's another one who's been on every single show in this promotion's history so far, including a hard-earned win over Senza Volto on our previous show, Passion Pro 4, back in April. Snapmare takedown gives Tiahoniu the advantage. Of course, prior to that match with Volto, Tiahoniu had that really brutal back-and-forth feud with Robert Dreisker, who we saw earlier on.
Referee, he pulled my hair and you know it.
Sterling's complaining to the referee about an apparent pull of the hair, as if Charlie Sterling's never pulled anyone's hair before.
I'm fed up with that game. Let's go this way. Come on. Come on, kid, let's go, come on.
To the patronising verbal back and forth here from Charlie Sterling. Trying to bully the referee into seeing things his way as well. So far, though, nothing really about that strategy, either in terms of intimidating Tiahoniu or the referee, seems to be working. The Japanese stranglehold, though, from Charlie Sterling. Got both of Tiahoniu's elbows wrapped around his jaw. Tiahoniu trying to twist around and reverse it, which he does. Trying to bend the knee there of Sterling. Saw him putting his boot in the back of the leg. Couldn't quite get Sterling down to a knee, which would have improved Tiahoniu's leverage, but this time Sterling has gone down to a knee. And that is to Tiahoniu's advantage.
Referee, come on,
You see he's got his own knee, Tiahoniu, between the shoulder blades of Sterling to further add to the weight, but Sterling was still able to get back to a vertical base, and from that position you can see he's able to get out of the hold. Going back into it though. Sterling now. Tiahoniu down. Sterling demanding that the referee ask Tiahoniu if he wants to give up. Tiahoniu tied in knots at the moment. Gonna unhook himself by taking his legs out. Flips forwards. Sterling change his plans and now stretching out Tionni. He needs to be careful that at least one of those shoulders stays off the canvas at all times. Referee keeping a close eye on the position of the upper back and the shoulders of Tionni. Tionni trying to roll through. He's kicking Sterling in the chest. In the end, seemed to anger Sterling sufficiently to make him break the hold.
Play games with me, huh? You want to play games with me? I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to mess around.
Sterling accusing Tionni of playing games.
Come on.
I'm sure Tionni will think that Sterling can accuse him of whatever he wants. Unless Tionni walks out the winner, that's the goal.
Get him off.
Sterling's gone into the ropes to release himself from that Nelson. Square one, collar and elbow tie-up. Tionni goes behind once more.
No.
And Sterling again for the second time in a row from that position. Go into the ropes. Sterling's held on to that right arm. Oh, hits him with the elbow. Very deliberate strategy from Sterling to get in that cheap shot. Held on to that arm, and then while Tionni was trying to free himself, blindsided him with that right elbow to the side of the head.
Get him off!
Sterling's in the ropes. Referee telling Tionni he has to break before the count of 5, and he does. I'm not sure Sterling had quite the landing he hoped for. Confidence of youth for Peter Tionni.
No, referee!
He made a little gesture there towards Sterling to bring it. Tionni with a mini victory in the psychological warfare between these two on that break, where he did indeed do what Sterling was demanding, and Sterling dropping to the canvas hard. Shot to the midsection though. Charlie Sterling with a shoulder block. Sterling celebrating his every success here in the ring. Might be better advised to wait till he's actually won the match and then to celebrate all at once, but there is no one who's a bigger fan of Charlie Sterling than Charlie Sterling. Shoulder block from Tionni. Sterling doesn't go down. In fact, he chooses to pose as well. Tionni, like a conductor, getting his audience to cheer. Sterling, without that luxury, the shoulder blocks from Tionni won't send Sterling down. Sterling, the physically bigger of the two, sent to the ropes. Tionni maybe that little step faster. It is Sterling who goes down from a pair of shoulder blocks. That speed of Tionni just a little bit too much there for Charlie Sterling. Tionni's going to see if he can capitalise, test the water with a cover, and finds at the moment he's got him worn enough down for a 2 count, but not a 3.
No, referee. Before you even ask me.
Sterling seems to be taking offence there to the referee even asking him if he wanted to give up. Tionni though, keeping the pressure on and taking him down again. And this will enrage Sterling. Tionni clapping his hand there to force Sterling to cheerlead against himself.
1, 2.
Well, we didn't get a clean break earlier from this position. Will we get one this time? No, of course we won't. Never expect that from Charlie Sterling. A pretty vicious chop to the throat to follow up. Uppercut. Charlie Sterling doing a number on the front of the neck there, the throat area of Peter Tihanyi.
Oh, tease.
Another chop. Those chops are going in the throat. I don't think they're going in the top of the chest. Aiming for the windpipe is what Sterling's doing. Tihanyi getting fired up by this very aggressive approach from Sterling. Sterling kicks him in the abdomen and now going to send him to the opposite ropes. An arm drag from Tihanyi. Tihanyi again relying on his speed. The chop from Tihanyi. Peter Tihanyi, standing leapfrog. Went for the drop kick, Sterling moved out of the way. Sterling playing matador there to Tihanyi's bull, sends him to the ropes. Sterling put his head down too early, got a kick to the face. A drop kick to the face as well, sends Sterling down. Tihanyi showboating before the pin, but he hooks the leg and he gets 2.5. It has been everything we expected it to be in terms of the difficulty in the challenge facing Peter Tihanyi here. It has been a very even, very back and forth main event to Passion Pro 5, and we're not done yet. Or maybe we're about to be, because Peter Tihanyi is up on the top. Tihanyi, the 450, but he had to roll through because Sterling had moved out of the way. Sterling now going to get sent to the ropes by Tihanyi, who goes down low and tried for the leapfrog, but his timing was off and Sterling made him pay. More damage to that throat of Tihanyi. He's just got dropped across the middle rope. Sterling with a smile on his face. I'm not sure what there is to find funny here. He's been taken to the limit here by Tihanyi, but Charlie Sterling, never one who is short on confidence. Slap across the face. Screaming in the face of Tihanyi. Sterling unloading, just delivering punishment now. Like he just takes offense to the idea that Peter Tihanyi is on his level. If that is his attitude, it's a ridiculous attitude, because Tihanyi has more than proved on multiple occasions in his young career just how good he is. But that apparently is not how Charlie Sterling sees it. Sterling got Tihanyi. I thought he was going to maybe try for a powerbomb, but in the end he just threw him to the outside. He was taking out the trash, just tossing Tihanyi right out towards the front row. And this isn't turning into exactly the kind of summer party that Peter Tihanyi might have hoped to attend. Tihanyi, though, trying to get some shots in on Sterling. It's hard ground on the outside. Sterling's trying to suplex Tihanyi onto it. Tihanyi was able to counter. And now he does it to Sterling. Onto that dirt floor. As you can see, no padding there whatsoever. Charlie Sterling will have felt the brunt of that hard landing. The referee, I think, was up to a count of 5. Tihanyi heard it and knew he had to get Sterling back inside the ring. Tried to drop Tihanyi's throat on that top rope again. It didn't work, and in fact, it happened to Sterling. Turnaround fair play for Peter Tihanyi. Tihanyi's up on the top turnbuckle again. Sterling's going to catch him. Charlie Sterling preventing Tionni from launching off the top. And instead, Tionni could be about to suffer a superplex. Yes, he is. Sterling hurting himself. I think the pain of that landing on the suplex outside the ring still reverberating on his body. He felt the impact inside the ring on the superplex. But Tionni will have felt it worse. Has he felt it too much? No, he's able to get that shoulder up and just about stay in our main event. Both men gasping for air. This main event has been highly competitive as we expected. But still, I think being a fool who could say they could decisively bet on a winner. This one could go either way. Sterling has Tionni into that corner. Thought about the chop, but then went for the right hand instead. Everything Charlie Sterling is doing at the moment seems like he's just trying to calculate how he can maximize the damage, the pain that he is inflicting on Peter Tionni. Right hand. And the left hand, both arms being used as weapons in this war against Tionni from Sterling. Referee telling Sterling he has to get off the top rope, off the distraction, the powerbomb. Powerbomb from Tionni buys him some time. Again, that lower back of Charlie Sterling bothering him. And being slammed down hard with a powerbomb, it goes without saying, will not have done that back any favors whatsoever. In fact, Sterling felt he had to go to the outside, but that might be a mistake because here comes Tionni. Charlie Sterling just got landed on from up high. Tionni on the apron, springboard, off the top, double knees into the shoulders of Charlie Sterling. The pin by Tionni, kick out by Sterling. Tionni, I think, senses that the tide has started to turn in his favor. We've seen, not just in Charlie Sterling's career, but just in this match alone, how quickly Sterling can turn things back around towards him. So Sterling looking for a clothesline after Tionni went for the DDT as a pile driver attempt, couldn't get it. Here comes Tionni's second attempt. Nails the DDT. Sterling dropped on the top of his head. Tionni going for the pin, and he gets 2.5 once more. Tionni with a shout to no one in particular, I think, just a cry of frustration, of determination to find a way to get it done. It is a main event that you cannot take your eyes off between Sterling and Tionni. Tionni shoved towards the turnbuckle, put the brakes on. Sterling ducks it clothesline, kick. Referee almost got nailed, but it's Tionni who gets nailed with the cutter. And there's a powerbomb from Sterling.
1, 2.
Cover and a kick out. Tionni able to kick out. And Sterling looking more and more frustrated. If Charlie Sterling thought he was going to waltz into Peter Tionni's backyard, so to speak, in Hungary and beat him easily, make an example of him, and that has proven to be far from the case. Two very, very well-matched competitors, it turns out. Backdrop from Tionni into a sunset flip attempt, though. From Sterling, couldn't get it, and the knee went into the jaw. Sterling might be knocked out. Sterling might be out, is he? No, he's not. And this time the exasperation on the face of Tihony is quite telling. I think Tihony believed that he'd caught Sterling really flushed with that kick to the head, or that knee to the head rather, and in fact he didn't put him away. It's a surprise to Tihony. Tihony was looking for sliced bread, couldn't get it. Instead he's looking for a backside. Both men looking for a backside. Who's going to win this little battle? Went to the super kick, went to the ref. He hit the ref. Sterling hit the ref by accident with the super kick. It's a roll up by Tihony. There's no official. Tihony counting to 3 himself. Well, that's highly unfortunate. Tihony could have had it won there, but the referee is down. And Sterling, look at Sterling. Sterling will break every rule in the book while there's no referee to disqualify him. Pile driver by Sterling. Sterling trying to make sure the referee is in position before he covers Tihony. That referee has come to. It's a 2 count. Is it 3? Oh, it isn't. It is not. Peter Tihony survives again. No! Yes! Now what? If you're Charlie Sterling, what do you do now? He's going to the outside. And I think conventional means maybe have failed for Sterling. What is this? He's found a toolbox. What's he got? It's a mallet. It's a mallet. A steel mallet. What is he thinking? Charlie Sterling could do permanent damage to Peter Tihony with that heavy mallet. Sterling, having found that he can't defeat Tihony in a straight wrestling match, gonna try and seriously hurt this young man. Or referee saw it. Thank God for that referee. Referee snatches the mallet. Tihony nailed him. Sliced bread from Peter Tihony. Charlie Sterling might regret bringing that weapon into play. Tihony, 450. Tihony hooks the leg of Charlie Sterling, and Peter Tihony wins our main event.
A wielkie zwycięzca Tihony Peter!
Peter Tihony moments ago may have had his career in jeopardy if Charlie Sterling had his way, but he did not have his way. And in the end, it is Peter Tihony's music who is playing. Peter Tihony, who is going to have his arm raised in victory here as the winner of the main event of Passion Pro 5. Charlie Sterling's had enough. Charlie Sterling is fleeing the scene of his attempted crime. Maybe it is party time after all. For Peter Tihony, we wondered whether it would be. The long periods of that match. Peter Tihony taken to the limit. He fought out of every situation. Here comes Maverick and Malachi to join the party. Silhouettes of Passion Pro's finest under the bright lights on the banks of the lake. A night that none of us who experienced it will forget for a very long time. Tihony, Malachi, Maverick. Here comes Gulyak Erkci. Vilmos as well. The young stars of Passion Pro celebrating at the end of a triumphant night here in Hungary. It was capped off by that man, Peter Tioni with one of the hardest earned victories of his career. Peter Tioni defeating Charlie Sterling and proving that he is still the man here in Passion Pro.